It's now Sunday, April 12th, 2020. I think it's what they're saying is Easter Sunday. Happy Easter. I think the final video I would like to hopefully make that's both newsreel and testimony and analysis of war is the following. Ever since I moved to Portland, Maine in 2016, where I had 2 homes, then left for New York and California in 2018. From California, I started travels in the United States in 2018. I have been very aware of housekeeping, keeping a home well and clean and functional and nice, and all that means. In my travels, it's meant encounters with housekeeping too. And for many months now, even more than a year, I have only observed and then also done my part to specifically and very much do my own thing. The litter and degradation of the world is a concern of mine. And I know it means being cautious and careful and not knowing much, but in the small scope of a home or hotel room and keeping myself well and happy are parameters of contact and authority I can have. In that learning experience, I've come to know the following things. The enemy, I hope, certainly in contact with my understanding of the world and anything good in the world, has a method of infrastructure that is awesomely concerning. It goes against the way we speak in normal parables of contact with norms and culture, literature, philosophy, mathematics, and science. These are not the conversations you've allowed me to have with you. So it means talking about sanity and insanity and the brute force of the law and the corrosion and complete annihilation of democracy. But it also means to talk scientifically from the common sense I now have, if that conversation is permitted. You have an infrastructure of oversight and ability to manipulate people, homes, in the public sphere and the private sphere that is awesomely alarming and concerning. I can break it down to maybe 1 or 2 specifics. You can plop hair anywhere in my hotel rooms. Specifically, I've been wrestling with the bathroom. But you can plop hair. It looks like the kind of hair that would come from these nefarious means. Pubic hair, that kind of thing. It has that shape, that color. It appears in places that have that connotation and meaning. You just can plop hair anywhere. Gassing is a more obvious thing because we have air conditioning and heating systems. It's very easy to have an infrastructure that affects those systems so that you could gas a hotel room with anesthetics or the smell of urine or defecation or the last perfume you wore that you threw out, anything at all, let alone anthrax and other things like that. Probably if you're gassing a room with those nefarious smells, it has some connotation with a derivative of anthrax, because otherwise it would be the normal functioning of the world, which must have held some constraint, since those are things we use and have acquiesced to use with happy modernity. I think that's all I have to say right now. After that, it's easy for other people to make connections that are on a human criminal level, on a human level of war, and on a scientific and engineering level. I think more during the day. I almost had more to say right now specifically, and I might make that video too. But this is sufficient. Either you know it already, or this is a way to lie about not knowing it, or my words can mean something in the face of knowing it. But either way, there is enough information from me personally out there for anyone at all to know enough and to make decisions about what their future and our future means. Have a nice day. Happy Easter.